of our favorite fabrications is corduroy, but corduroy, you know, it's come a long way. Like polyester, you may have memories of the 70s where you had corduroy that was itchy and scratchy and perhaps gave you a rash because that's what my corduroys did. So this is a way different one because it is stretch corduroy, 97% cotton, in fact, 3% or 98 and 2% spandex. Also a nice fine whale corduroy, so it almost kind of looks like a velvet. We've got 3 great colorways available in a regular and petite sizing as well. So a 705-632, that takes you to your choice of regular and petite. Here it is in that gorgeous dark emerald, which is just a really nice, rich green. Here it is, and I've unbuttoned it to show you that it's not a duster. The buttons stop here at the bottom, so it's easy to get in and out of, but this isn't a dress where I would say, oh, you can wear it as a duster, because with this type of dress, if these buttons were actual, when you sit down, you might, you know, get a little peekaboo. It might become an issue of modesty. By making those sort of permanently stitched down, you're taking away that worry. But of course, we need to give you a nice way to get in and out of it. So the buttons stop one after the waistband. So easy on, easy off. I think when you're going to the loo, you'll probably go from the opposite direction. But if you do need to take this on and off, it's sometimes jumpsuits, I love them, but sometimes you feel like you're trapped in them. So if it doesn't unbutton enough to allow you to sort of the flexibility to get out of it, it can be a little claustrophobic. So on that one, on this one, don't worry, you're not going to be in a panic zone in the loo. All right, so let's get to the details. So missy lengths, we're going to give you in the regular length. Pardon me, my nose is running a marathon over here. So missy length, the regular, will be 39.5 to 41 5/8. Your plus length, 42 to 45.5. And I believe that's from the bottom of the waist, or to your knee. Petite length, missy, 37 to 39.1/8, and plus 39 to 43. Did I do that right? I may have written that one down incorrectly, but 89. Okay, it's not going to make so much difference in terms of what you pick. I've got it on for reference in a size small in the regular length. What I love about this is first the fabric. It's really nice. It's comfortable. It's stretchy. It's got nice pockets that have sort of a nice seaming. So it's a flattering piece. It's not too plain. So you're not going to see a lot of lumps and bumps. I love that we gave you what looks like sort of a built-in belt. Of course, if you wanted to layer your own belt on top of that, you certainly could, but you don't need to. And it nips in just a little bit, and then as you see, it gives me all the wiggle room that I would need. And again, those last 3 buttons, they are stitched down, so I don't need to worry, like when I sit down and cross my legs, is it getting a little bit revealing. Long sleeves, I of course always zhuzh mine up and out of the way, but a nice sizable cuff. Even the buttons are done in a sort of a what's that word, tortoiseshell. So really nice, matches beautifully. I love the fine whale corduroy on this, so it's not wide. Like when you think of the 70s, that's where you would get like the wide Dockers, wide corduroy. I think when they're this fine, it almost becomes like a velvet. And then we've got some yoke seaming, some princess seaming. You mind if I just need to blow my nose? If that's possible, just thank you for just 1 second here. All right, so I've been told navy is the most popular. Again, I've got it on with that gorgeous indigo butter soft and our Bluebird of Happiness bee, or not a bee pin, a Bluebird of Happiness brooch on there. I've got it on with a nice sort of knee-high boot, but this would also look great with a pair of tights, a heel, a little loafer. Loafers are all over. In fact, dare I say, I just bought a pair. The last thing I need is another pair of shoes. But, you know, you see these great sales and suddenly you're like, you know what, I think I could use another loafer. So you could do that sort of classic, school days look with a little loafer, maybe wear a turtleneck under it. Again, this unbuttons all the way past. So if I wanted to theoretically have this open even more, maybe I wanted to layer something a little thicker and I just need a little extra wiggle room through the bust area, you can certainly do that. We do give you bust darts, of course, to accommodate your curves. And again, I love the patch pockets here. They're great for not only the practicality of a pocket, and you got your tissues in your pocket this time of year, but they also give you a nice sort of camouflage. If you're somebody who's a little bit subconscious or self-conscious or self-conscious, maybe when you're getting your picture taken, put your hands in your pockets. That gives you a little bit of your hand bump to cover your belly bump, if that's something that bothers you. I tend to talk about the things that bother me and then I transfer them to you, so do not take this as an issue that you might have. Here it is in the gorgeous ginger, one of my favorite colors, especially in a corduroy. Almost looks a little bit suede as well. And then here it is in that gorgeous evergreen. Again, they all have those gorgeous sort of hound or tortoiseshell buttons. You can pop that collar. You could even have this buttoned all the way up to the top and make it like, a very proper looking dress. Regular and petite lengths in terms of care, machine wash, tumble dry, so you can't beat that. About a classic knee length. It's hitting both Blair and I in about the same spot, so right above the knee. Of course, if you wanted it to be shorter in your average height, you could certainly pick up that